Now, a guy just emailed me, a guy messaged me, Real Killer, he's got an account. All right, guy. And he verified what I said. The Catholics didn't get a Bible up into the 50s. Let me throw a scenario at you, and if it scares you too fucking bad. Because it's kind of backed up by what Jesus said. In a way. The Bible clearly tells us that if you walk in the flesh, you're already dead. Now, I know a lot of you punk-ass bitches are going to say, well, that means if you lust after earthly things, you've already lost your spirit. No, it doesn't. You're dead. You're dead. If you're in the flesh, you've already been judged. Hello? Did you ever read it? If you're in the flesh, you've already been judged. Okay? But there's a way out. That was what Jesus created. However, here's the clincher. What if they didn't tell you all the rules to the game? Right? What if they didn't tell you certain things that you were supposed to do so that you could get out of here? Then it would be very hard to get out. See, because you've been told that if you believe in Jesus, you're just going to be whisked out of here. Jesus has already been here and gone. All of that already happened. He won't be back. Not like you think. Not until all of this whole thing is all done and over with. And I mean all of it. Do you think this is the end times? This ain't the end times. This whole show's got to go around again. So just think about it. What if they aren't telling you the truth on how to get out of here? Absolutely, you must believe as Jesus is the Son of God. But what if that's only part of it? See, then that changes the whole playing field. You're already dead. You just don't get it. You think because you move your arms and legs that you're alive. No, that's an illusion of life. You're in a prison. They call it life because it's a sentence. So, as Jesus said, and I showed you the clip in one of my earlier videos, while he was yelling at when he was yelling at the Pharisees, what did he say? He said, "You don't tell them the truth. You keep them locked in here. You yourselves don't enter into heaven, and you block the way for the others that are trying to get into heaven." Now, the biblically it says Jesus descended into hell and preached. Do you think he descended into hell and preached to demons? Well, why would he do that? They don't have souls, so they're not worthy of being saved, nor are the angels above. So he must have been coming down to talk to us, the ones that are stuck, that are cut off from the rest of the heavenly society, the ones that are in quarantine. What if that's really the case, that you're already someplace that you already fear to be, and that there is a way out, but they've only given you a partial bit of the story? No, do I have the rest of the story? I don't. I'm just throwing a hypothetical question at you. Maybe that's why Jesus screamed at him and said, you know, not only do you not enter through the gates of heaven, but you block those that seek to. What are they not telling us? What about all the atonement? The videos I try to tell you about the sounds and saying the right things and doing the right things. You know, why are the Jews so careful to do everything exactly by the law, yet the Christian is given a completely different manual on how to conduct yourself? See, you guys never stop and think about this stuff. Why are we told by them to go and mix with everybody else, and the blacks marry the whites and the whites marry the Hispanics and all of that, but them, it's forbidden for them to marry outside of their own race? See, you don't think about this stuff. What if you're already in a place that you already don't understand, that you already you're trying to evade, but you're already there? It's just a hypothetical question. You know, something that goes through my mind. What if these motherfuckers are so bad that they actually twisted everything so bad that they've convinced you that you're somewhere where you're not, and they've convinced you that you might wind up someplace where you're already at? What do you think? You think it's all fire and brimstone? Maybe that comes at the end. Maybe that comes at the end when you failed to figure out how to get out. Jesus, key piece to it. But But there's a reason why Jesus said, straight is the narrow, and wide is the pathway to destruction. Because there's all kinds of ways to fuck up. See, you're in a jail, and eventually you can be pardoned or you can do your time and get out. Or you can accept that you already might be somewhere where you've been trying your hardest not to go. The key thing is, no matter how you look at it, getting out of here is the main thing, right? So you're doing life. We're all doing life, right? We all got life sentences. You know? Now, I'm just saying, I don't believe that the men that run this planet have told you the truth. It's just like Jesus said, they bullshitted us and they're getting us to do all the wrong things for all the wrong reasons at all the right times. The right opportunities when we should be able to do something, we've been led astray. See, because I think what goes on is that there's a reward thing going on here. See, I don't think we're in hell, you know, where you're burning and all that, but I think that we're on the outskirts of it and real close to it, where your feet are like right in the water of it. And so there's people that are trying to delude you by showing you all of this UFO and all of this other bullshit, instead of telling you, look, you're right on the outskirts of hell already. And so if they can bring you in, then they get lifted up to a higher position where they're already reigning. So you're a commodity, kinda. You are a stock and a bond in another way. So no, you're not in the lake of hellfire or any of that type of stuff that you're imagining in your head, but you're doing a life sentence. That's why you can't get out of this third-dimensional skin. And when you try, it's real painful. And I'm pretty sure that if you do this bang to yourself in the head or something, I think you got to start it all over again. So I don't know. This is just hypothetical. I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm not trying to change anybody's views on where they're at. But the Bible clearly does state that he who walks in the flesh is already dead. And if Jesus descended into hell to minister, go read about it, who was he ministering to? Why would he need to minister to him? Why would Jesus need to minister to people in hell when by his own dying should have released them? So in other words, he must have been telling them how to get the fuck out of here. Which is really, I think, what the Bible's supposed to be telling us, is how to get the fuck out of here. I don't know. It's just a thought.